Joy friends, welcome to Yarn Joy Adventures number 33. My name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations, and it is Tuesday, September the 3rd. Hope everyone had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I enjoyed myself at the parade yesterday in the little town that we served ice cream at. Had fun working with my co-workers, and it just really was a really lovely event. All right, so for this episode, I was challenged to complete 5 pacifier clips. Now, did you say yes, you thought I could, or no, you thought I couldn't? Well, we're going to find out in just a minute everyone that participated, and then we're going to spin the wheel and select 2 names to add to the big giveaway wheel. But first, let's see if I successfully completed 5 pacifier clips. The first one I made is my all-time favorite out of the ones that I made for this segment, but I do also think it is my favorite out of all the pacifier clips that I have made to date. And so without further ado, here it is. I love this. So it is obviously a Halloween theme. And if you're new to my channel, how does this pacifier clip work? Well, first off, let me unclip it all the way. So it clips to the baby's clothes here, and then the pacifier is attached to this end. And of course, when it's in the baby's mouth, this is how it hangs wherever it's clipped to. So that is the first one. And as I've shared, it is absolutely my favorite out of all the pacifier clips that I have made. All right, so there's that one. The next one I made also kind of is going along a little bit with the Halloween theme, since Halloween is coming up. And this one was done in Ghost. So in pale blue with some gray silicone beads to accent. But we got a gray ghost and a light baby blue ghost. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is a light baby blue clip. And then of course the yarn is also a light baby blue. And as you can see, there's a little bit of differences in the silicone beads. These are just smooth and round. And these right here have a little bit of ridges on them. So really good for the baby. All right, especially if they're teething. The next one I made, sticking with that Halloween theme, but this time going kind of more on the pink side of things. Did another ghost one, but this one has a white and pink ghost. And again, I used some medium smooth silicone beads. I used some larger silicone beads on this one, and also some of those with ridges. And this one, as you can see, I used a gray clip to bring out some of the gray in it. And then for the cotton yarn, I used a light baby pink. And again, you just open the clip, and again, you clip it onto baby. When the pacifier is attached and it is in their mouth, it hangs like this. So, and I'm just finding if I clip them in the clip that it holds them together nicely, so when not being used. All right, the next one I made is done in little pigs. And this time I put the pig at the top and the bottom and the beads all in between. And that's the little pattern there. And used a light pale pink clip. And used kind of a mauve-y. I was like, what is that? It is a little bit of cotton thread from the black one that I made for the Halloween. All right, so there we go. So use kind of a mauve color to kind of match this pig and a little bit to match with the face of this one. So that is that one. All right. And then the next one I did is this one. Went with some sloths. All right. So that is it there. And went with a clear clip on this. And then did put this one inside of a ring. And of course use the beads to bring out the colors of the sloth. And then also using, you know, the ring and some of the beads to bring out the accent of the leaves on the sloth. And on this one, I used a variegated yarn. It's kind of white and gray, but it has like a little bit of a tan look to it as well, which helps to bring out some of the features in the sloth there. So love that one. Did one more sloth, but this time went with this pink sloth and used a ring and shaped this one a little bit different than how I had shaped this one. So just giving it a whole different look. And on this one, I used more of these beads with the ridge. This one's kind of a lavender and white, and then a peach one there. Just a kind of accent. And on this one, I used a purple clip, and then I used some purple cotton yarn. And there's almost like an iridescent in this ring. I don't know that it's going to show up. It's not, but there's kind of an iridescence to it when you're looking at it in person. Yeah, it's not really showing up. I thought I caught it. You can see it just a little bit there, especially on this top part over here as I'm turning it. But anyway, makes it really cute. All right. Then we stepped away from the sloths and the pigs and made monkeys. So this time I used again the medium and the large smooth silicone beads, and on this one I used these little like hexagonal cubes. So, and then I used a wooden button on this one to kind of bring out some of the brown accent. And then of course I used some brown cotton yarn. The way I've got these clipped, they're not showing very well. So let me unclip this. There we go. So again, when it's clipped to baby and the pacifier is on the other end, this is what it looks like. Now this one has more beads than I normally put on it, so it's not bending as evenly, but definitely enough for baby to grab on and tease with. So, all right. So I'm trying to make sure that I am a little bit more mindful of how many beads go on so that it does fold over evenly. And as you can see, it's not. There's too many beads on this one. But trial and error, learn as we go. So, and then the next one went with a Winnie the Pooh theme. So we've got Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Eeyore and Piglet. And went with a blue clip to play out of all the blue, especially with Eeyore. And did a bright blue cotton to help bring a party to our 100-acre wood friends. So, and then the last one I made, I did in the black cotton yarn again, and this time I used a black clip, and it was a heart. And as you can see, I've used smooth and ridge beads, and then again, some of our little, you know, multi-sided cubes to bring out this cute little heart. And then used a black ring around the heart. So those are the pacifier clips. So let's go through them again, and this time count them. I'm sure you probably did that along the way as I showed them, but let's see if I did 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this was the pigs, whoops, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, I successfully completed my challenge. It was to complete 5, and I completed 9. All right. I do have one other thing that I want to show you before we continue on. There was another little project that I got to work on, and I don't have the ball band with me, but I was using Lion Brand yarn, and I got this little dress made. It is not finished. It is for a newborn. Love these little sleeves, you guys. And I will include in the description box the content creator and the tutorial that she used to make this little dress. I still have to put a button on the back of it to close it. But I love this little stitch going through here that creates kind of like that little raised popcorn stitch. You can see it really well on the sleeves, I think. Yeah, right there. That was really cute. And then I started making little shoes to go with it. I've only got one made, but here is the first one. And it will button over so that it will form like a little tiny Mary Jane type shoe. And of course it, you know, goes along with the color of the dress. So I have that I am working on. And I paused the video real quick and went to the craft room and got that yarn that I was using to make this adorable little newborn dress. And I'm glad I did, because I think I said it was from Lion Brand, but it's actually from Loops and Thread, and it is part of the Kai family. And the colorway is Pink Lemonade, and you can just see all those beautiful luscious colors in there, the pinks, the orange, yellow, and greens. But again, pretty, pretty, pretty. It is a light 3 weight yarn. And as you can tell from the ball band, it has 308 yards in it, which is equivalent to 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. So really, really pretty. All right. If you will, we are going to head over to the wheel and find out who all participated for this segment, and spin the wheel and pick 2 people to put on the big giveaway wheel. And then we're going to spin the wheel and see what my next challenge is going to be. And then if you'll hang with me a little bit longer, I'd love to introduce you to some of the Yarn Joy adventures that some of our yarny friends have completed. And then, of course, you might want to stick around and catch the bloopers. All right, join me over at the wheel. I would like to first say thank you to all of you that participated and had an active part in this week's segment. And first, I would like to thank Christy with Christy Baum. She said yes. Angela Wright said yes. Candy Elsie said yes. Doris Artman said yes. Carla Gordon said yes. Paula McDonald said yes. Kate Hannon said yes. Dawn P said yes. Samantha Stewart said yes. Tina said yes from Camper 14. Hope from Hopeful Crafts said yes. Shirley Razzie said yes. Tiffany with Little Crafty Bits said yes. Sonja with I Love Crochet said yes. And Lisa Knits said yes. Thank you, ladies, for participating. And so without further ado, let's spin this wheel and see what two names the wheel chooses to put on the big giveaway wheel for the end of September. And congratulations, our first wheel winner is Hope from Hopeful Crafts. So in just a minute, Hope will get you added to the big giveaway wheel. But first, let's remove her name and spin the wheel one more time. And congratulations, Angela. The wheel has chosen you as well. So we're not only going to remove Angela's name, but we're also going to go and remove all the names because the answers start fresh with each new episode. All right, let's save our Yarn Joy Adventures wheel. And now let's go over and open up our big winner wheel so we can add our two wheel winners. And that was Hope with Hopeful Crafts. Excuse me. And today is September the 3rd. And this was Yarn Joy Adventures. And then Angela Wright. And September 3rd. And again, Yarn Joy Adventures. All right, and let's save that. Thank you, everyone who participated. All right, now let me open up our weekly Yarn Joy Adventures challenge wheel. And we have 4 things left on this wheel before we will start the wheel over. The first thing is completing the doll face and hair of the doll that I was starting and creating. The second option is completing the next section on Stranger Things blanket. The next option is 5 baby socks with crochet lace and the sock tutorial that I've been promising many of you to get out. And then the final option is 5 shirt dresses with a sachet yarn. So let's spin the wheel and see what the wheel chooses. And the wheel has chosen that I need to complete 5 baby socks with crochet lace and the sock tutorial. So that's a lot to get done. All right, remember you are voting on this, on whether or not you think I can complete this in 7 days. Now, it will be 2 weeks before we come back for our Yarn Joy Adventures, but this is to be completed for the week of September. Let's see. Should have had this pulled up and I apologize. This is to be completed between September the 9th through the 15th, because this week I am working on the Joy in the Making challenge. So this challenge is for September 9th through the 15th. Do you think I will be able to get it done? Yes or no? I look forward to your answers. All right, if you'll now join me for Yarn Joy Adventures with our Yarny friends, and then, of course, we'll round it out and finish it off with bloopers. My friends, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and remember, you are important, so be your own exclamation. All right, Nugs and Joy. So let me show you the blanket and my salad dressing. Oh, wow, there's even more. So I had salad for dinner, and apparently I am wearing my salad dressing. Oops. We need to cover that up. And this is going to be a blooper for sure. I paused the video for a moment to go to the craft room and get some of the yarn that I was using on that project. Some of the yarn that I am using. I'm still working on it. Let's try this again. All right. Now, if you will, join me for some Yarny Makes from, not Yarny Makes, Yarny Adventures. Yarny Adventures. We have Yarny Adventures, not Yarny Makes. Join me for some yarn. Wow. Join me for some Yarn Joy adventures from some of our Yarny friends. There we go.